And we're live. Tint Wisdom number 13. Thank you for joining. My name is Eric, and this is the 13th episode of Tint Wisdom. We do this every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And the idea behind the live stream is everybody can join in, comments, questions, and so on. And the goal of the show is to share best practices, tips, tricks, and ways to improve the business side of your window film business. So while we wait for some people to get in here, I'm going to pull up the chat on my phone and we'll get rocking. What's up, Patrick, Chad, Jesus? Thank you for joining. So just to go over the topic for the day, what we're going to be discussing today is a topic that came to us from Jacob at H2O Window Tinting out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. He recently put up his first bunch of videos on Facebook as like a marketing business or marketing videos for his business, and he asked us to take a look at them, let us know what we think, how they can be improved, what he's doing right, what he might be able to improve on, and so on. So that is what we're going to do. What's up, David Ringer and David Kratz, Jody, Chad, David Saro, and what's up, Bruce? Thank you for joining. So before we get into that topic of the day, I'm going to go ahead and pull up some different posts on Facebook. But let's start with the quote of the day. Quote of the day: no one ever notices when you're being provoked, just when you retaliate. So the reason that's the quote of the day is because it's a quote I came across and screenshotted just a couple days ago, and then it paired so well with some of the Facebook posts I want to go over in today's live stream. So getting started with the first one. Now, before I show you these Facebook posts, I do blur out some of them. So like I'll blur out the name and sometimes the group, just when I feel like it might be like an embarrassing post or something. But when I feel like it's just like a regular question or whatnot, I leave all the information in there, and I don't see a problem with that. But I mean, it is out there. So the first one I wanted to go over was Greg Wilkinson. He said, so I have a competitor telling customers that one-piece Model 3 bumpers are no good, that a company has to cut on paint to do them, and he believes he takes the high road. They're also advertising PPF that they have no access to. Does this warrant calling them out online? FYI, I have pics they did with 1-star reviews and so on. Okay, so first of all, no, don't call them out online. That is not a good representation of your business. You'll be surprised by calling them out online. You think you're doing the right thing, and what you're really doing is kind of just maybe embarrassing yourself. So you should take this as an opportunity to work on ways to educate your customer, because that's not only going to educate the customers and change some of those people's minds, it's also going to work as just a marketing avenue for you. So what I mean by that is, why don't you take the time and create a video and talk about the differences between a one-piece bumper and how it's done, how you plot it all out and so on, and explain why you wouldn't want seams in your PPF or why it wouldn't matter or whatnot. But the point is, make a video. Then you can go ahead and post that video on your website. You can post it on YouTube. You can send that link to customers that are interested in PPF and so on, and that's going to be your solution. Okay, so look at this as an opportunity to improve your business. What is lacking, or what could be added to your website that would help a customer like this understand the differences between a one-piece and how the process is done, and no blades are involved and so on. So that's that with that one. Don't take it personally. You have to assume that you can't control what people say. Some people are going to charge low prices, some are going to charge high, some are going to sell the customer on the world and under deliver. You need to focus on improving your business, doing the best you can, and getting your message out there. So if you focus on quality, if you know the differences between you and your competitor, put that in the form of a video and in the form of maybe a blog post on your website, and share that sort of thing on Facebook, instead of letting it frustrate you and kind of turn your attention to your competitor, when your attention should really be on improving the customer experience and less on what your competitor is doing. So moving on. Okay, so I blurred this one out. And this one is in two parts. I remember this one. So Honest opinions, please. Did I handle it professionally up until he started talking shit? Okay, so it doesn't matter if you handled it professionally up until he started talking shit. The challenge is handling a professional even when they're talking shit. So, no, or yes, you did handle it professionally until they started talking shit, but you didn't handle it professionally after that. And that is an important time. So, now let's get into why it was so important, and maybe should have held yourself back. Same person, different post, but same topic, same person. He said, just had a customer get his panties in a bunch because we didn't put a sticker on his window. What the WTF? Wrote us a bad review and everything because he's the internet police and had to let everyone know legally we had to put a sticker, blah, blah, blah. He's behind his keyboard. Screw this day. Time to go home and have a drink. Now, the problem is it's not screw this day. It's screw your whole future, because people are going to probably see that review for the rest of the time you're in business, or a good portion of it, or a lot of those potential customers. And you just set yourself up with a reason to lose a customer here or there, a customer that might be on the fence between you and your competitor. Now might read that bad review and make a decision. So this is why you have to implement the age-old saying, the customer is always right, because the customer can always leave a review, and that review is going to cost you more than the customer. The customer, it's free for them, they move on. But this is like an anchor in your business, because you're going to be displaying this bad review for the rest. And like you said, he's the internet police. So he's going to take it upon himself to share this as much as possible because he wants to get you. And where does that get you? So, what I take from this is get stickers. If there's compliance stickers in your state, get the stickers. If you don't want to put them on everybody's car, don't put them on everybody's car. But at least have the stickers for that 1 in 100 that wants the sticker. Because if you do another 10,000 or 50,000 tint jobs, are you going to want to deal with all those 1 in 100 that want the sticker, or do you just want to have the sticker and not have these problems? So this is a perfect example of why you want to solve the problems at whatever cost to avoid the bad reviews, because it's hard to put a cost on how great these bad reviews can actually negatively affect your business for the future. So no good, no bueno. Moving on. So this one. So the state boy keeps stopping by the shop. State boy is the police, the local police officer. This time told me I have customers sign waivers. Then he stops by a month later to make sure we're being proactive and telling me he pulled over a dozen cars done by me. 2 months later, he sends me this from a personal Facebook, pretty much saying any tint install is illegal in Illinois. I spoke to another shop in the area and he's never had issues with them. What should my next step be? Your next step should be get a lawyer. Okay, while you like this guy obviously has a thing for you, and whether he's right or wrong, he has a thing for you. So what you want to do, this is your business, you want to protect yourself in every way possible. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you may open yourself up to any sort of lawsuit from the city or from the state or from the county. So get a lawyer, let him know everything, let him handle it. It is going to cost you some money. It might cost you all in total $1,000 or so, depending on how long it drags on. But I promise you, it's better than putting yourself in front of a bad situation with law enforcement. So again, just get a lawyer and you can focus on tinting windows and let them handle the law for you. And you're going to be in a comfortable position, sleeping soundly at night, and you can spend those hours working to make more money or relaxing, and instead of working on this legal matter that who knows if he's right or wrong or what's going on. Moving on. Okay, so this one really hits home. This one's about Yelp. You've heard me talk about Yelp a lot of times. So Zach posted, I wish people realize that Yelp, Angie's List, Home Advisors, amongst others, are all paid to play. The recommendations... Realized my mic wasn't plugged in, so I hope I was yelling loud enough. What's up, Chris? I assume if nobody could hear me, I would know by now. So hoping everything sounded okay. Okay, so the recommendations are based on who pays them. They hide negative reviews for those who pay and hide positive reviews for those who don't. Think about that the next time you use their services. So, okay, I understand that perception from business owners. I feel like it's an old perception. And then I'd like to just, before I respond to this, I want to show you the complaint that he's referencing as proof that these are pay to play and Yelp is hiding positive reviews from those who don't pay and show and so on and so on. All right, I'm going to move on so you can see this thing in total. So this is a report from the BBB. Now, mind you, the BBB is not a government, like government entity. It is simply a company. Okay, it's like a Yelp. Okay, so this is the BBB's pattern of complaint from 2013. Now, I just want to note that that's over 5 years ago. In that time, Yelp has become a public company on the New York Stock Exchange. That makes them have to tell the truth because they can be investigated very easily, and they were investigated by the SEC just a few years ago and cleared of any wrongdoings. Now, you know, I'm not here to boost up Yelp. I really, I only want to recommend using Yelp because I know you can make money by using Yelp and you're losing money by taking this sort of position. But let's get into this complaint. So the complaint states that Yelp came to BBB's attention in January of 2013. A review of the company was done in April of 2019. So it took them 6 years to review this all-important complaint. Based on the BBB files, this company has a pattern of complaints. Okay, so we know that. We know they have a pattern of complaints. Hold on one second. All right. So we know they have a pattern of complaints because a lot of people feel this way. So a lot of people are going to complain to the BBB about this. So, okay, they have a pattern of complaints. Businesses state that when speaking to sales representatives, they sold ad campaigns for one price, but when they receive the invoice, the amount changes. Now, that's confusing because that's just straight up saying that they're selling ads at one price and then charging more. So that's just deceptive marketing on their part, nothing to do with how they handle their reviews. Complaints also state that positive reviews are filtered off profiles and no longer visible. In some cases, businesses state after refusing to purchase advertising, positive reviews are filtered off their profile. Now, I want to remind you, this is something that used to happen in the past. Sales representatives would leave negative reviews for customers that didn't want to advertise, and then they would show the reviews, and then they would delete the reviews if you advertised, kind of using that review against you. This is no longer the case. Now, while this BBB pattern of complaint feeds right into the old notion that Yelp is only a pay-to-play system, it is outdated information. It is not as conclusive as it seems when you just read it overall. And this is not as thorough as an SEC complaint done by the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission. Like they were investigated for possible fraud for their stockholders. This is like tens and tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. So I can assure you that SEC investigation that concluded that these practices were no longer happening is more valuable than this BBB pattern complaint that took 6 years for them to put up that really doesn't say anything. So let me check these comments real quick. Chris, Queen, I have over 60 reviews on Yelp, never paid Yelp. They only show 16 reviews, and of course 2 of the 16 are negative. I've called Yelp and they will not add positive ones and keep the negative 2. I hate Yelp, they straight up suck. So here's the deal, Chris. Definitely sucks that they're not showing a lot of the reviews and that 2 of the ones are negative, but you have to focus on the fact that they're showing 14 positive reviews, and people do make their purchase decisions off of that. And while you might not be in the strongest position in your area with Yelp reviews, that is something you can consistently improve on, grow your reviews, and once you're in that power position where you're the best reviewed in your area, the second best reviewed, you're going to see how many leads actually do come from Yelp. So, I'll bet you even with 14 reviews, you're still getting some business from Yelp, and you have to understand they don't owe you anything. So, they're putting up a site, they're selling advertising, they're hosting reviews. They've done a great job of getting themselves out there and getting exposure for businesses. And it's your job to work to improve your position on there. And, that's it. I'm not saying you pay for Yelp. I will say with certainty that if you pay for Yelp, it is not going to affect how many reviews they filter out, and it's not going to improve your rating. It's just going to remove the ads from your page. It's going to give you the ability to sort your pictures, and it's going to provide, it's going to put you in an ad place on other people's listings as well as on the search results. So it's not really about paying for Yelp. It's about embracing Yelp and working towards improving the amount of reviews you get. when they get filtered out, don't sweat it. Just worry about getting more. If you have 100 reviews showing out of 500, but your competitor, your next best reviewer, has only 20, you're going to slaughter that area. You're going to make so many sales off of Yelp, because Yelpers are looking for accounts that have high reviews, high quantity, and high rating. So if you're not in that position, it's going to appear like maybe Yelp doesn't necessarily have the best, rewards for you, but really it's just the position you're in. What's up, Patrick? And I just got a text message from Michael, and he just sent me an approved proposal. I want to show it. Let me see, where's the camera at? So let's put hell yeah, and he put a approved proposal on Tint Wiz, and he started using Tint Wiz just maybe a month and a half ago, and he loves it, and I love hearing about his successes and love seeing the progress he's making. And I love seeing what he's developing with his residential and commercial division, and I know he's going to be super successful, and just someone to watch. So that's Michael Powell, just someone to watch, because anytime someone's making big strides in improvement, it's just always something to watch, because you can learn so much. Yes, Harry, that is with Veloce. That was Veloce window film that just got approved. Let me see exactly which one. Oh, he didn't show which Veloce film, but I do see that it's Veloce, but I would have to click, and it's only a screenshot, so I can't click in to see which film he used. Google Plus, BB, Bird's Eye, definitely Chris. And like you said, you have 398 five-star reviews in total over the web. Yelp is just one of them. So, it's really about focusing on your strengths. So if you're killing it in every other area and you just want to ignore Yelp. But you don't have to ignore Yelp. If you want to get more business, don't ignore Yelp. So, whatever you want to do. All right, let's move on from this. Got me riled up. All right, social media guys, I've been struggling with determining what the best social media practices are. We're steadily gaining about 100 followers every couple weeks, but now leveled off even though we're staying busy. And please don't get me started on Instagram. That is the worst. Any suggestions on what you think works best? How many followers does your company have? So a couple things I just want to point out in here, because this is a whole topic on its own, but I want to point out some key things. Number one, you shouldn't really look at your success as how many followers you have or how many followers you're gaining. That is a metric. That's an engagement metric. So that is one way to see how people are engaging with your posts and with your page. So it's more, that's going to show you a quality of your work. Hold on one second. Okay, but the reason why you shouldn't focus on that, because ultimately what you are doing is you are working towards getting more leads for your business. So that should be the metric you ultimately focus on. Of course, like I said, the metrics like likes of a video or a post or how many new followers you're getting is one metric. But the reason I say that is because the way you get those followers is really important. So if they're seeing content you created and then following you based off of that, and liking your Facebook page based off the content you created, you're doing great. That's exactly what you want to do, because those people are indicating that they like what you have to offer and they want more of it. Now, if you're running promotions and giveaways, which was actually one of the next suggestions, promotions and giveaways are a great way to engage your audience and give back to your audience and show them you appreciate. However, if you're using it as more of a tactic to gain a new audience, I feel like you're not going to gain the audience that you really want. You're not going to gain those people who are interested in your content and who thoroughly like you. You're going to get those people who are just really interested in winning a free tint job. Okay? Now, the difference between those two types of things, think of it this way. If you were in a social setting and you met a friend, somebody came up to talk to you, they realized that they had things in common, maybe they liked what you were wearing, maybe they overheard something you were saying, they struck up conversation with you, you guys became friends, you exchanged information, they said, hey, I'm going to follow you on Facebook or Instagram because I like you and I want to keep in touch. That's one method or one analogy of getting a customer. Now, the other one would be if you were in that same social situation and you had an iPhone taped to you and you had a little sign that said, I'm giving away this iPhone to one of my friends. come make friends with me. Okay, you are going to attract a whole different type of person. The person that you interact with may not have any interest in you. They may not have any, interest in a long-term relationship with you. They're just staring at your iPhone. So if you want a fake short-term friendship based on an iPhone, then a giveaway is going to get that. But if you don't, then focus on attracting people based on what you do and the content you put out. Now, with that said, like I said at the beginning of this, there's nothing wrong with a giveaway. Giveaways are great ways to give back to your audience and say, hey, this is another reason why you should follow us. But what I'm saying is target your existing audience with those giveaways and don't necessarily use it as just a lure and your only method of gaining new audiences. Because if you grow that way, there's all sorts of ways to grow your audience, but you might not grow how that audience converts into customers. And ultimately, that's what's important to you, is growing that audience into a customer base. So Michael Powell just mentioned that the approved proposal was with Blend 15, which I believe is a dual reflective 5, which is safe for all types of glass. So definitely a cool film. So let's move on. Okay, this is from Brandon of Sunstop Window Tinting, and check out these floors. So they just recently did their floors. They look absolutely amazing. The whole shop looks amazing. Look at the floors. Look at the floors. So look at this Toyota, I think HRV or whatever it is, HRC, and look how badass that Toyota looks in that showroom. And that is going to get Brandon a premium on his tint jobs, guaranteed. Because when you're putting out marketing pictures and videos and customers see that that is the type of shop where they're about to bring their vehicle to, they're not just interested on price at that point, they're interested in you. They know you must be doing something right. No shop that does bad work is going to look like that. It's just not likely, because you're not going to stay in business doing bad work. So absolutely amazing floors, and nice job to Brandon and Sunstop Window Tinting. These are the things you can do during your slow periods that can affect how you do business for the next year. So get those floors done. That's epoxy. All right, and get some fresh paint on the walls, because he's got fresh paint on the wall too, and that looks really good. So moving on, we're going to talk about some real shit. So doesn't ever get really discussed in the industry, divorce. So I thought this was a great post from Tyler. I don't want to dig too deep into the divorce and relationships and so on, but I just want to put a couple things out there. A lot of tinters work with their significant others, so make sure you appreciate them, you treat them not just them as a punching bag or someone to vent to while you're going about your day, but treat them as a partner. They're a solution. They're there to help, and they're your significant other, and they're important. Make sure you share the successes with them. If they don't work with you and you're working long hours, when you do have those successes, when you do do those projects that you love, when you sell those big jobs, take them out, show them the pictures. It helps to include family with your successes so that they can relate to you and so on. And the other thing is focus on efficiency. We always talk about efficiency on Tint Wizdom. Efficiency gets you home at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Efficiency gets all your proposals out while you're at the consultation. Efficiency is the difference between sending that proposal at the consultation or doing it at 9 p.m. when you could be spending time with your wife or kids. So, I just thought this was a really nice topic. This was in the Window Tinters United by Tyler. And for everybody who has a significant other, I think this is one to go read all the comments from other fellow tinters that gave their opinions and so on. We're back to the quote of the day, which for those who joined late was, "No one ever notices when you're being provoked, just when you retaliate." So this is a great reminder to always treat your customers at your best. Always give them the best service. It's not about when they start talking shit to you or not. It's about being like rubber. Let that stuff bounce off of you and understand that sometimes they're having a rough day or not. This is your opportunity to show them how amazing you are, not fight back with them. Okay? So let us move on to today's topic. and today's topic is from Jacob at H2O Window Tinting. So Jacob put up his first video this week. He put up his first video, his second video, and his third video. So what we're going to do today is go through them and take a look at them, look at what he did right, look at what he might be able to improve on, and so on. So first and foremost, Jacob, you've done 90% of the work by putting up a video. Let's watch the video, actually, and then we'll talk about it. So I'm going to hit play. You can see there's text, Florida #1 tint shop. That's great because that's within just the first 2 seconds of watching that video, that's telling you he's in Florida, he's a tint shop, and they think they're #1. So right away, that's great because you're probably not watching this video with audio. In this case, you would be, but if you're just scrolling through your feed, you're probably not. So he's telling you right away what it is, and then immediately the next picture is a super nice Ford truck and his company name, which is H2O Window Tinting. Now it's panning through the truck. It's obviously tinted. He's saying he's in Tarpon Springs. Call us today. So there's your call to action. And then he's mentioning what type of film he carries, which is Autobahn and Hooper Optic authorized dealer. So before we break that one further down, let's go into his next video. Call us for a free quote. Now we start off with what looks like a stock image, okay, on this one. So the difference between now right away off the bat between this video and this video, this is using a stock image. And right off the bat, we're saying call for a free quote, Autobahn ceramic window films. Nice transition. And that's the video. Now as a text, he put Autobahn ceramic window film specials for November. Calls today, see how we can keep your ride cooler, up to 93%. Then he's got a post about Ceramic Pro. Another video, need your car detailed, call our pros today. So as I clicked up, you saw the animation and it catches your eye. It's a nice Ferrari, need your car detailed. I instantly know what it is. Call of action, call for an appointment. And Tarpon Springs, Palm Harbor, #1 detail. It's good to say you're #1. As long as you believe it to be authentic. Saying you're #1 makes other people believe you're #1. I mean, that's just what it is. And then hopefully you have to back it up by actually being #1. Here's another one, residential window tinting, keep your home cooler. And this is a stock picture. So window tinting in Tarpon Springs truck, another picture, and so on. So this one is stickied up here, send a message, and it's got 24 comments, 5 shares, and 69 reactions from August. So I'm going to venture to guess that this one was a promoted post. Let's get back to this video. These were all posts that Jacob did in the last week since the 14th, and today is the 19th, so in the last 5 days basically, or 4 days. So first of all, Jacob, great job posting. You're posting consistently. You're making videos. Absolutely awesome. That is, like I said, 90% of the work. Now, what I want to kind of shift to is not really how you can improve these videos. I think the most important part is done by you posting these videos. What you need to move to next is getting more people to see these videos, okay? So your mentality needs to not go to like, how can I make these videos fancier or so on? It needs to be, how do I make them more engaging and how do I promote them? Because by making them more engaging, you're going to get more of an organic reach, and that's going to be the free reach. So that's going to be how many people Facebook shows these videos to. What's up, Jacob? Don't worry you're late. You can always watch it over again. These go not only on our Facebook page afterwards, but they go on our YouTube page as well. So the focus is, now that you've got the consistent posts going, you need to focus on more people seeing them. More people seeing them free will happen if you make them more engaging. Because when you post them, Facebook's going to show them to a small group of the people who have liked your page. Based on their reactions and their engagement, it's going to decide whether it's going to show them to more people or not. Okay? So the more active those posts are, the more engaged people are with those posts, the more free publicity you're going to get. Okay, or free views you're going to get. The next thing you can also do is add hashtags to your posts, which he did. So again, we're talking now about how do we get more people to see this for free. One way is try to work on ways to make your video more engaging. And then the next one is hashtags. The hashtags you use are Autobahn Performance Films and Hooper Optic USA. Now, the reason why those aren't recommended hashtags, in my opinion, is because people, I don't think search those hashtags too much. Somebody with brand awareness already might search those, but ultimately, I don't think those are going to broaden you up to your target market, which are going to be people that are local to you and people that are potentially looking for window film or got new cars. So, you know, in this, you have a Ford pickup truck. I would look for hashtags that are related to Ford, F-150s, and if you can find ones that mix in your local city or town or even state with a topic like Ford F-150s or, you know, trucks or so on, that's a great way, because people that are following those hashtags means they're in the area. It means they're interested in trucks. They're more likely to watch that video when they see the truck or so on. So hashtags. The other way you can make your videos more engaging, and something I want to see, Jacob especially, I want to see you try this in next week, is just grab your phone, and when you have a car or a truck that's completed, just grab your phone, turn it on. You don't have to be in front of the video. Just face the car, walk around it, and from behind the camera, describe what you did to the vehicle, who you are. Hey, this is Jacob from H2O Window Tinting. We're in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and right here I have a Ford F-150 we just tinted with 5% window film all around. Now you can see the 5% on the sides and back. That's a super dark film. And then we put a clear film on for heat on the windshield and so on. And just describe what's going on. Post that video and post that video on Facebook. Write a little description and see what kind of reaction you get. I know they work. They're called walk-around videos. They're very common. If you feel comfortable in front of the video camera, you can start off with you in front of the camera and then switch the camera around to the car, or start at the car, then switch to you, then switch back. But the point is, try making authentic videos that just have you in them and are walking around. Sometimes people don't post videos these days because they feel like they see all these fancy videos, these highly edited videos, and they feel like, okay, their videos aren't going to stand up to that. Maybe they don't have any video editing skills at all. Well, the answer is not to don't do anything, or, you know, just sit there wishing you can make a nice video. And the answer is not becoming a videographer. The answer is working with what you have. So get a new iPhone, turn it on, walk around, do a video that's one shot, no editing required, and then post it on Facebook with a description and see how it goes. Just picked up a GoPro and stand. That's all we need. We can do walkarounds. Definitely, Jacob, you absolutely can. Though you could have did it with your phone. I'm just saying, you don't have to get a GoPro. Your phone is pretty steady these days. New phones, they have great audio. And next time you have to get a new phone, if you're using your phone for video, it kind of makes it extra worth spending that $1,000 for that iPhone upgrade. Whereas if you're using a camera for your video, like a GoPro, you have to keep a separate device charged. You have to upgrade that separate device. You have to have it handy. You have to transfer that space and so on. Like, it's so easy if you film it on your iPhone to just upload it straight to Facebook without having to take it off of a memory card. Now, I know you can transfer it with Bluetooth directly from GoPro, but I'm just saying that's an added step. You have the GoPro, so use it. They're super badass. But I'm just saying to everybody else, just use your phone. Just use what you have. If you have an old crappy phone, start with that and get a new phone. New phones take incredible video. Michael said it's easy for a client to scroll by a pic. Most want to know more about the video and curiosity strikes. Absolutely. Videos are more engaging. So by posting a video with no editing, you're going to get more engagement. Now, think of it this way too. Facebook knows exactly what you're posting automatically. It can tell. So when you're posting like a picture, like a slideshow, it is not as likely to think, like, it already knows, like, people don't engage with slideshows as much as they do videos. So it's like automatically going to just show it to less people. It's going to see it more like an ad. Your company's putting out, you know, image with a bunch of text on it. So it's going to know, hey, this is an ad from a company. They're not paying. This is free. So how many people are really going to show this to? How many people really want to see an ad? Because, you know, if they show you everybody's ads, you're going to be bombarded. So just, you want to try and keep maybe the text out of the video, and start off with just yourself in it, or captions. Captions are a great way to get text in a video that doesn't count against you. It actually counts for you, and people start reading those captions right away, and you can do captions automatically. So once you set up, like, you upload your video to Facebook, you can click on the closed captions area and just let Facebook automatically pick your closed captions. It's going to do some funny mistakes, but who cares? Like when you immediately look at a video and I can start reading like, hello, hey, what's up, Facebook family, and so. Like you start reading it, you're engaged. If there's no captions and you're not in a place where you can hit the audio and you don't have headphones in, you're going to have to skip by that video. And that's one less person that watches your video, and that's a bad indicator to Facebook. So, Harry, iPhone 11s are badass. What? Where did I miss it? Got the new iPhone 11. Amazing. They definitely are. What's up, Max? Thanks for joining. Jacob said, should I use clips or one solid video? I recommend you do one solid video. If you film a video straight through, regardless of what happens, you just film it straight through, you won't have to edit it, you won't have to clip it up. It's gonna be one more reason that it gets posted and one less reason it doesn't get posted. You are busy, you have to think about the pros and cons about overcomplicating your life, and every single time you add a step, like adding another camera in there and a memory card and transferring and then doing editing and so on, you are just creating more work for yourself, and you don't really know that work has a benefit. So let's just start off by getting the videos posted consistently, film them straight through, and don't worry about your mistakes. Like, just you're being natural. People appreciate that. When they watch that video, they're going to know they're getting authentic you. They're getting authentic Jacob. They're not getting a commercial. They're not getting a highly edited video that was made to impress them. They're getting what Jacob does in and out every single day at H2O window tinting, and that's what they can expect. And those videos hit home much better than a video that's highly produced, more like a commercial. Though, you know, the commercial is just where we tend to go sometimes. So, what's ideal time? Like 30 or 60 seconds. There's no wrong time. So think about this. You could watch a 4-second clip 1,000 times. You might watch a 2-hour clip if it was super engaging. So they're all great. But if the clip sucks, you're not going to watch 60 seconds of it. You're not going to watch 30 seconds of it. You're not going to watch 15 seconds. So do whatever comes naturally is what I'm saying. Don't aim for a time. Aim for providing your customer with the most value. Value comes in the form of entertainment. Value comes in the form of education. So you need to always keep in mind when you're making this video, why would anybody watch it? They don't care about you. They probably don't know anything about window film, and they probably weren't seeking out window film, at least for these types of videos. Certainly there's other ways to make videos that you assume that this is an interested customer and you're going to give them a deep dive into education. But what I'm saying for these are, you know, you want to go, how am I entertaining them? Am I educating them? Am I doing both? And however long that takes or however short that takes, that's the right length of time. So think of it this way. You are sitting in front of that Ford F-150 or F-150. You could, you know, you're talking directly to an F-150 owner. So if you know things about it, if you're familiar with the lift kit, if you're familiar with the wheels, you could talk about that. But if you're not familiar, skip it over. Don't fake it. Just talk about what you do know, which is the window film. Educate people. Think about how you treat a customer when they walk in the door, what you tell them. Think about the walk around you give them with the vehicle before you tint it. Try to put that in the video too. Hey, this customer came to us concerned for privacy. We showed him privacy options, then we showed him heat options that also provide privacy. They ended up upgrading to a ceramic film. The reason they went with the ceramic film, that extra heat. We have a heat box inside. Well, I'm outside, but when you come into our shop, I can show you that heat box, and that heat box shows you and lets you feel the difference in heat that comes through the tint before you even get your car tinted. Okay, so I'm going to do a walk around of this F-150. I'm going to show you the different shades, and you know, I'm going to show you the different upgrades that this owner did to this truck in addition to window film that makes it look the way it does. I just probably rambled for about 30 seconds, you know, so I could probably go on for another 30 or a minute. I could go on for 10. I could, you know, it's whatever's natural to you. Okay, so there's no ideal time. What you want is you want the person to watch your entire video, okay? Because if you have a 60-second video and they watch the entire thing, or you have a 10-minute video and they only watch 60 seconds, the difference is to Facebook, to YouTube, to Instagram, one is sending the indicator, wow, this is an amazing piece of content that they had to watch the whole thing. The other one is saying, this is a piece of content that the person bailed after watching 10% of the video. Okay, so one is more of a positive indicator than the other. So you definitely want to just keep in mind, you want to keep it entertaining, you want to keep it educational, you want to keep people watching the entirety of your video. That's what's important. But ultimately what's important is you posting the video, you posting more videos, you consistently doing it, you think of ways to improve. But doing it is 90% of it, okay? Jacob asked, should I boost the videos and what should a fair budget if running few videos, one for Jeeps, one for luxury cars, one for Camrys? Jacob, you hit on the next thing, which is distribution. So it's awesome that you posted the videos. It's great that you're going to work towards getting better engagement of the videos. But the next thing you have to do is get people to see these videos, because regardless if they're good or they're bad or they're terrible or they're amazing, people need to see them. Because even if it was just a logo, if 100,000 people in your area saw just your logo, there was nothing amazing to it, that would have a huge benefit. So like you just hit on, the next thing we have to talk about is getting people to actually see your videos. So we're going to do that two ways. Well, we can do that a lot of ways, but I want to touch on two ways. Number one is promoting your video, boosting your video like you brought up. You absolutely should promote every single post you do on Facebook. I mean, every single one should have a budget. And what I mean by that is, even if you're just promoting it to people who like your page currently that are in your area, or you promote it to the people who like your page and their friends, you're building, like even if you do it for $2 or $5 for a couple days, you're at least getting that post in front of people's eyes. If you do not boost it, if you don't spend $1, you're basically going to get no one to see your post. Maybe 5, maybe 10 people. Most likely it's going to be other window tinters that engage. It might be your mom, it might be your friends. It's people who want to support you. But you don't just need people who want to support you. You need to bring awareness to other people about your business. So you absolutely have to boost every single post. Now, the right budget is the budget that you see a return. Start small, work your way up. When you start to see a return, you work your way up to a higher budget. So what I would start, a very easy way to do this is budget $5 to each post, okay? Just $5, and focus on posting once a day, every single day for 30 days, okay? So what I mean is the entirety of the month. So what you're doing is you're committing to a $150 budget, just $150, that's it. $150, $5 per post, and you can run that for $1 a day for 5 days, okay? So again, you're committing to 30 posts a week, $5 a post, $150, okay? And the target audience that you're going to pick is going to be people who like your page and their friends, okay? People who like your page and their friends. Within that demographic, you have to narrow it down to the people who like your page and their friends that are in the area around you, okay? So what you want to do is you want to narrow that down to maybe 10, 20 miles. Depending on how dense of a population you have, 5 miles. If you're in a city like Los Angeles, 5 miles can be great, 10 miles can be great. You might try it out to 15, 20 and see how it goes. If you're in a more rural area, you might want to go 30 or 40 miles, 50 miles and so on. So that is going to show your posts to people who are liking your page and their friends. And when their friends see it, it shows them that that their friend likes your page. So it encourages them to like your page. It's also a great way to build an audience because you're going to be showing it to similar people over and over. So they might not like your post the first time they see it. They might not like your second, your third, your fourth, your 10th, or so on. But over time, you're going to be building more and more and more viewers to your Facebook audience, and that's the goal. So people who like your page and their friends. Just checking the comments. Should I boost the post? Oh, that was a comment from before. So that's one thing. And really it's that easy. Just boost it on Facebook, select people who like your page and their friends, and then narrow it down to the demographic that's around your shop or location, okay? That is going to get more eyes on it. You're going to start to see what type of videos people are responding to and so on. For that $5, you're probably going to get 500, 1,000 views. When 500 or 1,000 people in your area, even if it's 400 or 500, are seeing your posts, you're going to get customers off of that most likely. And over time, I guarantee it. And you're also going to get the chance to see, oh, a lot of people engage with this one, a lot of people engage with that one, and so on. Your next step will be, you can look at that past 30 days, see which videos got the most engagement, okay? And then based on the ones that got most engagement, you can reboost those old ones, and you can also now have a North Star as to what to do with your future videos, okay? So should I add a budget button like call or like page? Absolutely. Absolutely, call to actions are great. Don't assume people are just going to do it. You want to get them to like your page because then they become part of your audience, and then you start targeting them with your future posts as well as their friends. That grows and grows and grows your like scope and your reach. Calling them is how you're going to turn them into a customer, and hopefully they tell you, hey, I found you on Facebook, or maybe you start getting in the routine of asking, hey, how did you find us? And that's going to give you a better idea of your return and so on. Also with those buttons, that's another metric that you can then focus on improving. So you're going to be able to see, hey, which post got the most calls, which one's got the most likes, which one's got the most messages, and so on. So that is absolutely it. Okay. So the last way I want to mention that you can get more people to view your videos for free, let's throw in one more free one, is set up a YouTube page and make sure you're posting these on Instagram as well. So what you're going to want to do is set up a YouTube page, and with videos like this, you're going to want to target, think search, okay? So when you title the video, you're going to want to think search, and this video is about a truck in Tarpon Springs getting window tint. So the title for this video, if it was me, would be Ford F-150 window tinting in Tarpon Springs, Florida, or best Ford F-150 window tinting in Tarpon Springs, Florida. You post that on YouTube, that is your title. Write a little description. Hey, this is a 2019 Ford F-150 that came in and so, we tinted it with so-and-so window tint and whatnot. Okay, hopefully in the video, you started off by saying, hey, this is Jacob with H2O window tinting, and in this video, I'm gonna show you a Ford F-150 that we just finished applying ceramic window tint to. So by titling it that, by saying that verbally inside the video, and then by putting that in the description of the video, that video is gonna start to come up not only when people search YouTube, but when people search Google. So these videos will then start to come up when you search Google. Somebody goes to Google, they type in Ford F-150 window tint Tarpon Springs, Florida, or best window tint for F-150 Tarpon Springs, Florida. Your video pops up. Your video may not be the most amazing piece of cinematic footage, but you just put yourself in front of a customer that's looking for what you have to offer. So that is a very, 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 very effective and free way to get more views out of your videos, just simply by setting up a YouTube channel, uploading your videos there, and titling them and writing the description with search in mind. How are people going to, what would people search to be able to find you? What do you want them to search? What are people searching if they're looking for window tint for an F-150? Okay, in your area, including the type of vehicle, the service provided, and your location in the title, in the description, and in the audio of the video. Absolutely a best practice. And then the last thing I just want to mention is you want to take this video and upload it to Instagram, okay? You can do it as a post, and if it's a video over a minute long, you can upload it as an Instagram TV video. You may, with Instagram regular videos, you're going to run into some of the same stuff you run into on Facebook, where there might not be a ton of interaction. Actually promoting them on Instagram and getting more views is not as perfect as it is on Facebook. However, Instagram TV is a nice little secret, because randomly, when you post videos on Instagram TV, some of them will get thousands and thousands of views, tens, hundreds of thousands of views out of nowhere. It might happen right when you post it, and it could happen months later. I haven't seen that happen with any of my Instagram videos, but we have seen it happen with Instagram TV videos, which can be uploaded either through your desktop or through the separate Instagram TV app, and still show up on your regular Instagram page, and you can show a little preview on Instagram page. So again, the idea is, now that you've made the video, the next step is really focusing on ways to get people to see that video. The two ways are free and paid. For paid, we talked about boosting them on Facebook to your friends and friend of your friends within your geographical area. And then the free ways are going to be taking advantage of hashtags, working on ways to increase engagement on your videos to get a better organic reach, posting those videos on YouTube. By posting them on YouTube, you can target Google search and people who search YouTube itself. Google search is the #1 search place on the internet, so by making that video search friendly, that video will come up on Google search. And then YouTube is the second most searched place on the internet, so by again making that search friendly, you're now putting yourself in the best position you can be in for the #1 and #2 most searched place. So definitely YouTube, and then not forgetting to post that on Instagram and any other video sites you may be a part of. You can actually post videos on Pinterest now, which is another great way. If you have a Vimeo account, TikTok, and so on, the idea is post those videos. You might also want to share it into local groups. There might be local truck groups in your area that you can share this video, the video that you make into. You can say, hey, what's up guys? I'm a part of the truck community. I wanted to share this video that we did for one of our clients that got ceramic window film done. We'd love to offer this group a discounted rate for any of our services and look forward to being part of this community. Or you can do a group buy in the community or whatnot. But again, Facebook groups are another place that you can share your videos into. And again, the idea is there's no right or wrong in this. Just focus on make the video and then get people to see the video. Don't stop at making the video and then worry about how to make the video better. Focus on the little ways you can make it better, but really focus on how more people can see it, because you're going to benefit more when more people see it than from just moving on to the next, moving on to the next, moving on to the next. Because when you do that, moving on to the next, moving on to the next, what you end up seeing is you have very low engagements on your post. You'll get 1 or 2 likes, maybe a share here or there, but you're not seeing the growth that you come to expect. So Jacob, everybody watching, if you have any questions, please throw them in the comments now. If you're watching this pre-recorded on our YouTube channel or on Facebook, you can still use the comments. I check every single comment that comes in on every one of our videos. So always any questions on this video or questions for future videos. If you'd like me to take a look at your Google local listings, your Yelp pages, your website, your videos, just ask, drop it in the comments or shoot us a private message, and we can absolutely do that. Cool, so I'm gonna give it just a second to see if there's any questions. These Tint Wizdom cups, you may have seen them on some of the, or Tint Wiz cups, on some of the message boards. We're sending these out to our users, our active users, and anybody who wants one. So if you want one of these cups, they are super great to keep the puddle off your desk. They keep your drink cold or warm all day long. All you need to do is just log into your Tint Wiz account, go to the support area, say I want a cup, and we'll send it to you. We also have these really cool new blue tri-edge blades. I don't have one near me at the moment, but we're also sending those out as well. And then another exciting thing is the podcast, the Window Film Pros podcast that we did from Vegas, from SEMA 2 weeks ago, is ready, and that is going to be uploaded tonight. So if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, just check it out. It's Tint Wiz, and subscribe to that channel, and keep a lookout tonight or tomorrow morning. We're going to be posting the Window Film Pros podcast. You're also going to find it on the Window Film Pros podcast channel on like the podcast network and Apple iTunes, and yeah, it's a podcast I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to do with Patrick of the Window Film Pros and iMagnet Management, as well as Harry from Veloce. Harry, I don't know if you're still in this, if you made it this far. We're just about an hour, but Harry from Veloce Innovations, and basically we sat down and spoke technology. It's about a 1-hour podcast, and we just talked about some different things from SEMA, some different things regarding technology in the actual window film products, in the way companies interact with manufacturers as well as interact with consumers, and what to look for in this next year, 2 years, 3 years. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be uploading that podcast right after this live stream. It is a huge file, so it may take a couple hours, and looking forward to getting everybody's thoughts on it. So Jacob asked in the comments, I've been using mine every day with water. How do you recommend adding videos? Oh, cool. He means the cup, every day with water. So adding videos to our website, like a stream or spot on the blog. So, okay. Absolutely great question. So what Jacob's asking is, how can he take advantage of these videos on his website? And they all come together. So what you're going to want to do is each and every video, if you can, because this is the best practice, Once you film the video, you post it on Facebook, you boosted it to your friends and their friends. You're going to go to your YouTube channel. You're going to upload it to your YouTube channel. Then you're going to grab the embedded code. You're going to click share on YouTube. You're going to grab the embedded code, okay? Then you're going to go over your website. You're going to create a blog post. This is going to be a brand new blog post. You're going to title it similar or the same as you titled the video on YouTube with search in mind, okay? So your blog post might be 2019 gray F-150 ceramic window tint installation, Tarpon Springs, Florida, or best window film for F-150 in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and Florida, whatnot. You're going to title it with search in mind. You're going to take that embedded code from YouTube. You're going to go to the HTML part of your blog, and you're going to embed that right in there, okay? Then you're going to write a couple paragraphs about what you did. It could be everything that you said in the video. You could just type some things out, include your phone number, include your address, call to action, the whole deal, talk about ceramic tint. A couple paragraphs is ideal. 500 words is a great spot. 3 sentences is better than nothing. Do whatever feels natural and whatever you have time for. Then you're going to post that on your website. That's going to become a brand new blog post on your website, which means it's a page. Super, 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 super valuable. Okay? That is going to be another ticket to Google search. So that is kind of full circle what you should do with that video. And then when you do videos that are more like informative, like when you say, hey, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to explain the difference between dyed film and ceramic film because I want everybody, I want to educate my consumers and I want to give them reason to come to me because I've established myself as an expert. When you make those types of videos, then you definitely should do them as a blog post, but then you can also embed them onto fixed pages of your website, like those valuable videos. You can embed them onto the automotive part of your website that talks about automotive film. You can also create fixed pages like dyed window film versus ceramic window film and make that a page on your website that's static, that's linked, that stands out, that's on the home page or linked somewhere prominent. And then that can be a video that you want to direct all your customers to. Basically, if they're on your website, you want them to see that video. So think of it 2 ways. One way can be, a blog post is more for marketing purposes, and then the other way would be embedding it on your website on a static page, more for informational. It helps with SEO, and it's going to help convert every customer that gets to your website. So, Jacob, any other questions before I end the stream? We're down to about 6 watching live. We're just about to cross into the hour territory, but I got all the time in the world. And that question goes for not only Jacob, but anybody. I know I speak fast, so if there's anything you want me to touch on, all you have to do is just leave a comment, whether you're watching this live or not. Just leave a comment, and I'll definitely answer the question. There is a little delay in here, so I want to give it some ample time before we end this one. So we have this video coming out, this podcast that I just mentioned, the Window Film Pros podcast. Super excited about that. Please, in the comments once you watch it, take a minute, type what you think of it, type what we could have done better, type if there's any topics we missed upon. Love the engagement. Like, that is fuel. So that is fuel. So please, 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 I love the engagement. Jacob, you said, nope, I'm good. We can talk later. I hope you're not just saying that. I want to talk now if you want to talk now. So again, there's no rush to get out of here. This is the video. I have all the time in the world. I usually set aside 2 hours for this. If they come in at 30 minutes, I can't believe it. If they come in at about an hour, that's the most, because I feel like after an hour, I've probably exhausted you guys. But I'm hyped. I got my coffee. It's still freaking cold in here, and I'm good to go. So that's videos. I really want to congratulate Jacob on getting these videos posted. That's a huge step. So if you haven't posted any videos yet, you are Jacob only 7 days ago. So the difference between you being the guy or the lady who hasn't posted a video yet and the male or female who has posted a video yet, the only difference is you posting a video. So it could happen tomorrow. You could start tomorrow. And then by next Tuesday's Tint Wisdom, you could be the person who's posted 7 videos, 5 videos, or no videos. So, think about that. It's easy. Just going to grab your phone, You're going to film it. You're going to walk around the car. You're going to upload it. And that's that. If you film them and you have any trouble uploading them or not, reach out to me between now and then, and I will help you in every single way. We'll get them uploaded. Anything I spoke about on this Tint Wisdom, please, if there's anything that's not clear, leave a comment. Let's get it done. It's more important that you get value out of this, that you start doing these videos. You start to see what an incredible change this makes, because you starting to make videos now, maybe when you have more time in November and December, will be the difference between how busy you are for the whole 2020. It'll be the difference between your average sale price, how many people you upsell, and how many people you don't, and how many people come to you, and how many leads you get that go to somebody else. So do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay, so Jacob threw in there, what about AdWords? AdWords, in my opinion, I think everything we just covered is more valuable to me than AdWords, especially from a newbie position. The reason I say that is AdWords can be very expensive. AdWords do require some layers into targeting, and it's very easy to spend $50 or $100 or $200 and just, you could do it in 20 minutes if you tried, even less. You can pay $90 or $100 for a click on residential window tinting, and you can convert nobody if you do things wrong. So I don't recommend AdWords for this case. AdWords can also be used in YouTube, which again, AdWords and Google search, AdWords and YouTube, they're absolutely great places to advertise. But for what we just spoke about, I don't recommend you jumping into AdWords. You're going to get a humongous value out of spending $5 a day on your videos, more than you would out of spending $5 or $10 or $20 than you do on AdWords. I want to maybe do a whole video dedicated to AdWords and the different layers, because AdWords is one of those things where you think you did it right until you see you spent all the money and you didn't get the customers. And then you try again and you try again. And it's just better to know all the different things you have to put in place beforehand than to be chasing the money you're losing and be out $500 or $1,000 seriously like that. So focus on Facebook, focus on the $5 a day budget for 30 days. One video a day, $5 on that video for 30 days, targeting your friends, targeting your friend to your friends, and narrowing down the geographic location to anywhere from 5 to 20 miles, depending on how dense your area is. The more tint shops in your area, then you might not need to go as broad if you're in a dense location like LA. But if you're in a rural area, you want to go a little more broad, because you may get customers that are going to easily drive 30, 40 miles because it may only take 10 minutes, 20 minutes to travel. So I hope that helps, and I hope that saves you some money that could have been lost in AdWords. And just hang on with the AdWords until I do the video dedicated to AdWords. So I've been having great success with promoting our website, mainly targeting our map locations with places I'd like to do when discussing AdWords in depth. I've heard a lot. Great. So what you just mentioned, exactly. The best place that you're going to be able to maximize those AdWords specifically is going to be the call only ads. And then, like Jacob just mentioned here, the local section in the Google search. So the area that shows the reviews. And when you hit that with your ad, that's going to be your highest converting, best place to target your Google ads. When you hit those regular ads, you can definitely convert. They're definitely a source of a lot of money, but you can also see your money fly by. That is a great, great, great place to go though. And Jacob, I'm going to absolutely do a video dedicated to Google ads and in depth on that Google area, the Google local area, as well as how you can use Google to maximize your YouTube videos as well. Because again, YouTube is another place where you can get people to see your videos for 10, 20 cents, just like you can on Facebook, where Google ads in the main areas can be more like a $5, $20, $30 call to action click, upwards of $100. When you mix in targets like commercial security, you can easily get to $100, $200 for a click, and those can become expensive learning curves. So that's that. I'm gonna cut this one here, and thank you all for watching. Again, we're gonna do this same time, same place next Tuesday. In between now and then, I have some other videos that'll be dropping, the podcast, as well as some other ones on some topics that I know you guys are going to find interesting. These will be pre-recorded. These are going to drop on our YouTube channel first and foremost, and then they'll make their way to Facebook a few days later. Jacob said, let me know ahead of time so I can take the time off and sit at the computer to discuss it and help others. Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely make sure that there's a post announcing it well in advance. And of course, all of our videos can always be found both on our YouTube channel as well as eventually on our Facebook channel as well. And some of them make it to our Instagram. Some of the longer ones go past Instagram's length, even for Instagram TV. So the best place to watch it is you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on notifications. That's going to ensure you don't miss anything. And then, of course, Facebook, we're going to target you the same way I'm telling you how to target your customers. We implement that same strategy to target you and make sure that you hopefully see every single one of our videos, every single one of our posts, every single time. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.